Hello class, welcome back. Glad to see you again. Glad everybody made it today. And we're going to be working on a grammar lesson today. We're going to compare the past simple with the present perfect, okay? So the background in this course is the students are intermediate. They know some vocabulary and sentences. You guys have been working on that for some time. So the lesson's objectives, what we're going to do today is we're going to learn about the past simple and the present perfect. And what we're going to do is learn to make sentences in each one of these, and we'll also use a timeline to try to help identify the difference between past um, past simple and present perfect. Okay, so the objectives we just discussed, and we're going to do a warm-up. I'm going to explain the difference to you between the past simple and the present perfect. I'm going to show you a timeline on how to determine the difference and to show you what kind of keywords to look for to help you determine the difference. Okay, and then after, I'm going to use some technology involved in the instructed model. We're going to go to a website and basically do a matching game. This game is going to let you um, well, it's gonna not really a matching game, but it's gonna let you take the various forms and put them in different boxes and then check and see if you got them right or not. So it's a great tool to really learn this information. And then after that, I'm going to do a guided practice. I'm going to take you with the sentences that we used in the game. I'm going to convert a couple of them for you from one form to the other. And then after that, the independent practice is you'll convert the rest of the sentences yourself and identify the form, and then what you're going to do is write a journal. And in that journal, you're going to write 3 paragraphs, and you're going to use at least one of your converted sentences in the paragraph. Okay, great. So let's take a look at this timeline. And on this timeline, I'm at now, let's say, is at some point in 2017. It's this moment right now. Okay, and everything going that way is in the past, right? Everything going that way is in the past from now. Okay, so in that green box, you see that's the past. Okay, so let's talk about the past simple. Okay, the past simple is used to talk about actions in the past that have finished. They're done. It talks about then, and it doesn't have anything to do with now. You can see on this timeline. Look, this red box right here. This is the past simple. This is some point in the past it started and some point in the past it ended. It doesn't include now. There's no now there. It has a start and it has an end in the past. Okay? So, great. I think that's pretty clear. So, let's go ahead and look at a few sentences. So, I first got to know him 10 years ago. Okay, so that's all in the past. It happened 10 years ago. I started work here in 1989. That's somewhere in the past, okay? I had too much to eat at lunchtime. That's somewhere in the past, okay? Now, let's take a look at the difference between the present perfect. The present perfect, simple, um, present perfect is to look back on actions in the past from the present. So it's literally, you're starting from now and you're going back that way, right? You're going back into the past, okay? So let's take a look at that. Some sentences. And did you see that? That's like I've known him for 10 years. So you're talking about now. You're talking about I've known him for 10 years. I've worked here since 1987. And that's a key. If you see I've like this, then you pretty much know you're talking about present perfect. My stomach hurts. I've eaten too much. Okay, great. All right, so let's look. This just sums it up what we've been discussing. Past simple is somewhere in the past. It doesn't include now. Present perfect is it basically starts from now and goes back into the past, okay? So there's our sentences. You can compare those again. I don't need to read them to you again. And some other key ways to determine is the past simple uses words like yesterday, ago, last year, in 1999, or any year with the past simple. And the present perfect uses expressions like ever, never, since with the present perfect. Okay, so that works through warm up and discussion. So we're going to take a look at this website, English Grammar Secrets. So let me go ahead and open that website. Okay, class, this is a really nice website. It gives you a lot of activities you can do, and you don't even really have to sign up. You can just jump in and start working on them. So here you see a lot of the information we discussed. I borrowed from that, and we'll go to exercise 1. Okay, so on exercise 1, you're going to see things like, I sold my house ages ago, right? Well, let's think about this, okay? Let's go look at the timeline. Okay, so I sold my house ages ago. Okay, so that's pretty clearly it's in the past, so it's past simple. So let's just go ahead and put that guy down there. She sent me an email. That's clearly past simple. So she did it in the past. Now, let's try another one here. I've sold my house. Again, when we discussed I've, you already know that's present, but that's like I'm talking to you right now, and I said, I've sold my house. So you're talking about I've sold it, but I'm talking to you now, and I've sold it at some point. It could have been a minute ago, or it could have been 10 years ago, but I've sold my house. Okay. Okay, he told me all about it. We know that goes there. Okay, you get the idea. So you finish that, and then when you finish, you do check, okay? And then after you do check, when you get them all right, then you're done with that project, okay? Then come back. Let's go back here and discuss what we'll be doing next. After you do that, you're going to come back here and we're going to say, okay, so this guy says, he told me about it is past simple, right? And we just saw that. He's told me about it is present perfect. That's present perfect. He's told me about it, right? And you see that when you see this, when you see this apostrophe and this S, it's likely going to be a present perfect, okay? So that's a key word. So what you're going to do is after you convert all those words, all those sentences, after you convert all those sentences from one form to the other, what you're going to do is you're going to write a journal entry and you're going to do 3 paragraphs and use one of those sentences in each paragraph. Okay, have fun and try to stay focused and use the correct form there. Thank you very much and have a good experience.